And what's going on, everyone? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 71 for April the 13th, 2017. My first semi-day of vacation. Enjoying that. How's everybody doing today, and what is going on? So, it is Easter holidays. Most of you should have the day off, or weekend off, or some type of time to spend with your family, which we all know you won't be doing. You will probably spending it playing games or watching The Magnificent Me, which is what you should be doing at all times. But yes, what's going on, guys? Man, so close to freedom. I can taste the taste of freedom right now is so big and so juicy and so good that the Caro meter is dropping ever so quickly as the freedom bar is rising. And I just want to be on vacation. I just want to be on break. And in 6 more days, or as you guys would know it, 4 more streams, that will be the way it is. What's going on, Mr. Greem? How you doing, buddy? What is new with you? Now, I still have not had... I don't want to say the word time, actually. I have plenty of time. I still have not had the interest or drive to go play in the new Overwatch event that they've put out. And I feel like I'm doing myself a giant disservice by not playing it. Now, would you guys agree with that? Anyone here who's actually played the new event, would you guys agree that it's worth playing, or am I okay by not like going into it? Love to know, because kind of every part of me doesn't want to play it, but if it's good enough, I feel like then I probably should, at least to say that I did. So anyways, I guess while we wait for that response to come in, actually while we're here, I keep forgetting to, I'm gonna have to just start loading separate profiles for this. Okay, that should work now. Let's talk about some news today, because there are some things that have come out this past week that I have not touched on that I really probably should. And the first thing is the Microsoft is in the news again, okay? They have a new patch coming out for Windows 10 called the Content Creators Patch, or the Creators Patch. It's something stupid. It's something dumb and something that's pretty meaningless. But let's take a look at it anyway. Because Microsoft has started to block Windows 7 and oh no, that's actually not the right one. That is actually the wrong one. I apparently have misplaced my Content Creators Patch. Hang on, I'll find it again. Creators Update, there we go. Here we go. What's new in the Creators Update? There we go. Now, Barnacules did do a fantastic job covering this. If you guys want to see like details from somebody who would be in the know, he's a good guy to go to. While his videos are kind of crybaby, and when it comes to the Microsoft and tech stuff, the dude knows what's up. So if you want to see it, go check it out there. But they have a new creators patch coming out. It's going to roll in Beam.Pro. It's going to finally tell you what the telemetry is of what they're sending out. And built-in broadcasting, new tab management features, more Microsoft Edge. So you're going to get more of Cortana, more of Edge, like just crammed down your throats. They have a new quote-unquote privacy dashboard, which is pretty potato from everything I've heard about it. And you can either force the update, or you can wait for them just to ninja stealth update it to you. But all in all, the main thing about this is the fact that they're going to finally start doing something with Beam.Pro. If you guys don't know what that is, it is a streaming site very, very, very similar to Twitch that was acquired back in August of last year. And we were wondering what they're going to do with it. We knew it was going to do something to do with Windows and the new Xbox Scorpio. We knew that was going to be rolled into there, but we were not entirely sure. And now we actually have our first glimpse of what they're going to do with it. So they're going to bake it right in. You're going to have easy access to that platform and the ability to stream out to it. They're going to do something with a radio. I haven't really fully seen it yet. You also have to keep in mind, I don't use Windows 10 because I'm not dumb. Most of you might think I'm dumb. I'm not so dumb that I use Windows 10. Like, just, I don't know how to tell you how I don't want to use Windows 10. But yeah, they have a new content creators update. It's something that you probably should check out. At least you'll see what telemetry is there. And they have like 2 modes for it, basic and I guess advanced, or, you know, featured or whatever it's called. And it's like basic is 90% of featured, so there's really no difference. Like, they're still sending tons and tons and tons of your data outward. And if you're using Windows 10, just keep in mind that that's happening. While I know many of you guys don't care about your privacy, I don't really care about it that much either. It's still something that should bother you. It is still something that should bug you to a degree. And speaking of privacy and security, now let's go to this article that Microsoft has started blocking Windows 7 and 8.1 security updates on newer systems. This is something we saw coming when they announced with the new Ryzen processors and I guess Kaby Lake that they were going to start like blocking or saying it's not working with it. And yeah, this is the second blow being dealt out. So, no operating system lasts forever, as evidenced by Windows Vista reaching the end of its support lifecycle just the other day. That's probably well understood by most computer users, but some might be surprised to learn that even the operating systems that's officially supported can still have its options limited. Such is the case with Windows 7 and Windows 8, which are still receiving either extended or mainstream support from Microsoft and remain popular amongst users. However, as some people are discovering, if you're running a machine equipped with a newer CPU, which would be Ryzen or Kaby Lake, you will want to give some more serious consideration to giving them up and finally making the move to Windows 10. The reason is simple, if still slightly hard to swallow. For the affected users, Microsoft considers the newest Intel and AMD processors to be designed for the latest Windows, which is complete and total BS. Cannot tell you how much of a BS statement that is. Okay? Which of course means Windows 10. Accordingly, the company announced in January 2016 that 7 and 8.1 would stop receiving updates if they're running on machines using the 7th Gen core processors, also known as Kaby Lake or the AMD Ryzens. And this just goes on to tell you that, like, you know, the reason for the change, Microsoft haven't verified Windows 7 8.1 to support all the new capabilities of the newest processors, such as recent improvements to power management, starting with the Ryzen and Skylake processors. In addition to the newest processors, they're associated with the components such as USB Type-C and NVMe. It's a lot of very BS kind of reasons that they're saying they can't update anymore. We've never had this problem before. We never had this problem when we had USB 2.0 standards, USB 3.0 standards, SATA. We never had any of these issues with optimizability, you know, according by your processor. It was never a thing. This is the first time in my lifetime I've ever seen them pull a stunt like this. And it's something that you guys need to be aware of. Don't let them fool you in saying that, you know, you're not going to get your updates. As proven by Luke Laffer from Linus Tech Tips, he just built a brand new machine, and he said he installed one of the older Windows 7 or 8, and he said it works just fine. It installs A-OK, no big deal. Now, are you going to have security update issues? Maybe. That remains to be seen how serious they are about this. If they're super serious about it, well then, yeah, there might be an issue. But I don't think that that's going to be that way. I really don't. And if they really went through with this type of just half-cocked idea of trying to really push the Windows 10 onto users, you can expect a lot of blowback to come Microsoft's way. You can absolutely expect them to just get a mountain of hate poured down onto them. What do you guys think, though? Windows 10, are you guys in for it, out for it? Are you guys still sticking with Windows 7 or Windows 8.1? I know from the metrics, Windows 7 is still by far and away the most popular OS just on the Windows platform, by a gigantic margin. And, you know, hopefully Microsoft realizes that people don't want their data being farmed out like that. They need to get that through their head, but it's just whoever is running that company. I don't know his name. Who's the? It's a brown guy, isn't it? Microsoft CEO. Yeah, here we go. Satya Nadella. I'm pretty sure he's brown. This dude apparently has no idea how much he's making people mad. And in all fairness, I don't think he really cares. But only, like always, only if you guys actually rise up as one voice, not like a whole bunch of like little voices, but as one unified voice and said, no, then things might actually change. But that's just me. I don't believe petitions work. I don't believe protests work. I believe in action and action alone. Okay, what else do we got going on in the news this week? Okay, this is a really short article. We'll touch on this one. Google is working on a tool for managing job applicants. Google is quietly testing a Google Hire, a job applicant tracking system that appears to rival services like Greenhouse, Lever, Axio. Services like Greenhouse and Lever, Axio has learned. The service lets employers post job listings and accept and manage applicants according to the listing links spotted by Axios reader Colin Halibut. So far, several tech companies seem to be using or testing Google Hire, including Medias, Poynt, Drama Fever, SingleHop, and CoreOS. A Google representative was not immediately available for comment. Enterprise push. Google Hire seems to be the latest project under Google's enterprise and cloud division, led by Diane Green. An email address. Okay, so nothing new here. A little secret kind of toy project of Google has made its way out of the lab and into the public eye. I think it's good. I am starting to see a lot of these now on the radio, on TV, that these job hiring sites, management applicant sites are really starting to crop up. And yeah, it's not unsurprising. With the market being as bad as it is, with the economy being as bad as it is in North America, it's not surprising to see a big wave of what is essentially job seeking sites to be popping up. You would expect it. You honestly would. What's with the Google Nest? I seen something about that on the deep web. Well, there's a lot of things with the Google Nest. Google Nest is a smart home management kind of thing, and it responds to voice activation. It responds to Wi-Fi, I believe. And there's a lot. Like, I don't believe the firmware on it is like the most secure thing on the planet. So, you know, it's like the smart LED bulbs. People have been hacking into smart LEDs and taking control of networks through that, because smart LED bulbs patch into your network so you can control it from your phone. So if you hack into the bulb, you've essentially hacked into the network. And Google Nest is not that far removed from being kind of the same way. And if you hack into the Nest, you hack into the network. So I wouldn't call it the most secure thing. I'd say it's probably securer than a Philips LED light, but not by much. And you could probably use them for fairly nefarious activities, especially since I believe Google Nest can be voice activated, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the case, you can use that to farm conversations. Like, you can keep the microphone always on and just be grabbing data like crazy. Google Nest voice. Is it voice activated? How do voice actions in Google? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Google Nest is voice activated. Therefore, you can actually jack into it and start farming out conversation data. What's this? Oh yeah, this was big news today. Just plotting around the internet. The U.S. Air Force drops the largest conventional bomb ever used in combat. A 21,000-pound MOAB dwarfs everything but nukes. Never mind that then. Yeah, man, I definitely wouldn't. I am absolutely not going to have a smart home. For all the tech that I own, I will not have a smart home. I refuse. I don't even have a smart TV. It really, at that level, 1,000 pounds, give or take, is an insignificant number. But yes, the Air Force dropped the second largest conventional bomb in its arsenal and the largest conventional bomb to be used in combat on ISIS forces in Afghanistan today. 30 feet long and weighing as much as an F-16 fighter, the GBU-43B bomb, also known as the Massive Ordnance Air Blast, or MOAB, or Mother of All Bombs, is designed to destroy enemy forces both in the open and in enclosed spaces. The bomb was reportedly used on the Islamic State tunnel complex in Afghanistan. A U.S. Air Force Special Operations Command transport air traffic dropped the GPS-guided bomb out of the cargo ramp. Here's a video of a past test. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it's all about. Come on. Oh wait, did I miss it? Oh, here we go. Oh,
Billy, absolute destruction.
Jesus, that is something else, man. I'm a little shocked it took him this long to start dropping stuff like that. You would think that would have really been like a day one operations kind of thing. Moab. Yeah, I'm just going to start calling it the mobile bomb. It's a mobile bomb. That's what it is. That is now the official name for it. Hey, what's up, Lil Man? How you doing? What's going on, buddy? And thank you for that follow. Oh, well, you unfollowed. Well, that's fine. No problem, man. No problem. That's cool. I appreciate the follow. For the time that we had together, Lil Man, I appreciated you. You know that. Yeah, no, I'm really surprised they didn't start dropping that type of stuff on day one. You really think a Moab bomb, or a bomb that's specially designed to what is essentially cave in tunnels, would have been like a day one operations thing, not, what are we in now? 16 years? Or 15 or 12 years into this war? War on Terror. Length. How long have we been at this thing? When did the War on Terror begin? 2001. Yeah, so in 2001, we're in 2017 now. Yeah, so 16 years. We've been at this war. Wow, it took him that long. Jesus, that's so... So if you were born on 9/11, you can drive now. Like, we've been at the war for so long. You were born, and now you can drive, and the war is still going on. That is just mind-boggling. In fact, I saw a stat just the other day. I'm not sure of the validity of it. I didn't care enough to check it. I just thought it was like an amusement stat. But in all of America's like history of being a free nation, it has spent 93% of it at war with someone. I don't know the validity on that stat. I think I saw it on Reddit. I would have a bee of a time trying to find it again. But yeah, I believe I saw it on Reddit, and I thought that was just like, oh, that's really funny and kind of sad that America's been at war for that long. This is kind of a sad story here. But the Pirate Bay founder says, I have given up. The socialist and file-sharing pioneer Peter Swade is not optimistic about the open internet. The internet is crap today. It's broken. It was probably always broken, but it's worse than ever. My conversation with Peter Swade, one of the founders and spokespersons of the Pirate Bay, did not start out optimistically. There's a good reason for that. In the last couple of months, the contemporary download culture shows heavy signs of defeat in the battle for the internet. Last month, we saw Demoni disappear, which was one of the biggest torrent trackers on the internet, responsible for over 50 million trackers a year. Additionally, the MPAA took down whatever this is and Popcorn Time. And then news got out the Dutch release team of Uploading Collective made a legal settlement with the anti-piracy group Baron. Well, we do fight everyone's battles, not surprised. That's actually pretty true. That is not wrong. While might look like the torrenters are still fighting this battle, Suede claims that the reality is more definitive. We've already lost. And it just goes on to be more pessimistic in that way, which the guy's not wrong. The guy is really not wrong. It's kind of a sad state of affairs. But yeah, the battle for the internet is very much a losing one. And I commend the people who are trying so desperately to like hold on to it. But at the same time though, look, you're just not going to win that battle. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Like, you have Trump going in with his guys at the FCC. They're going to take down stuff. You have FCC themselves now at odds with each other. What the heck is that? Okay. Oh, okay. Thank God. It disappears. So yeah, like it's a sad state of affairs. You got to feel bad for the state of the internet. And really, I guess people who are my age, if you're about 30 years old, you really lived in a golden time of the internet. It was the Wild West in its truest form. We saw the rise of torrents. We saw the rise of MP3. We saw the rise of pirated music and the conversion over to digital. We saw a lot of cool things come and a lot of cool things go. And now people just won't understand that now. It's really kind of sad. Let's get into the final story of tonight. This one might make a few of you upset, I'm sure. But the Nintendo discontinues the NES Classic Edition. Oh my god, I cannot imagine that this is not going to go horribly at all. If you haven't managed to get your hands on Nintendo NES Classic Edition, you may be out of luck. The company has discontinued the plug-and-play console in North America, as reported by IGN. The company released the following statement to The Verge. Throughout April, Nintendo of America territories will receive the last shipment of NES Systems Classic Edition. We encourage anyone interested in obtaining the system to check retail outlets regarding their availability. We understand that it's been difficult for many consumers to find the system, and for that we apologize. We have paid close attention to consumer feedback, and we greatly appreciate the incredible level of consumer interest and support for this product. The NES Classic first launched in November and bundled together with 30 NES Classic games into a tiny replica original Nintendo hardware that could easily connect to modern TVs. However, the chronic supply issues meant that it was difficult to purchase when retailers would announce new shipments only be sold out immediately. As of December, Nintendo said they had sold nearly 200,000 of the miniature systems. Wow. Nintendo really, really loves to stir the pot, don't they? Like, good God. So people wanted this thing. You purposely gave out a very limited supply in production, and now you're going to discontinue. Now, I will openly admit, I have not heard anything about this. I've not heard anyone even talking about the NES Classic. Like, that hype train is long dead. Okay, that horse is dead, and I don't think anyone cares about it anymore. But it just seems so strange that they'd stop production this fast. But I guess if you really don't stand to make the hype train money, would it really be worth still mass producing it? And in all fairness, you really don't need it. You can just go get yourself a Raspberry Pi for $30, an SD card for $10, and just download 800 games. Like, you'll be fine. And honestly, if I were you, that would be the better way to go with it. But it's still just, wow. Already they're getting rid of it. That died out really, really fast. And actually, it's kind of sad in its own way. So, those are today's articles, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in for this Daily Chat episode 71 for Season 2. If you guys like what you see here, please do hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Hit the subscribe if you're watching on vid.me or follow. I'm not even sure what it's called anymore. And other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've been Rex. This has been the Daily Chat, and I will see all of you tomorrow for Good Friday. Which we might just end up playing games because I don't think there's going to be news tomorrow. But you never know, right? Okay, guys, have a good night. Bye.